Alan, you ready?
Yes,
Perfect.
stream's up.
Welcome, guys. Happy New Year's. Welcome on this first meeting of 2019. By the way, Alan, I just see an error in the date on the YouTube streaming link. Oh no, correct. Sorry, it's US one. Welcome.
No, the error is that we are now in 2019.
Yeah, it's also.
Oops.
I did it again.
He didn't have enough of 2018 because it was a very nice year.
Yeah, was very proud of what we do.
Happy New Year, guys. Welcome to the first meeting for the year. You had plenty of time to think of some questions, so I guess we can start with that. Welcome, Tom.
Tom is the guys, if I remember correctly, that want OTC with a TH. Okay, got it. Okay, I will just start with few stuff. I'm really happy for few community contribution, like some marketing and so on, like posting everywhere, like Claudio, for example, do it. For text writers from Numna, thank you very much. That's really cool. So we are not alone in the wild. Really appreciate that. Rodriguez Niklas has made some good stuff. Mate, if you want to share it now, feel free. I will let you do.
Yep, I was just about to mention that as well. Nick was doing something interesting, so feel free to. Oh, okay. Don't worry about the mic. Just share it with the others. I think this was a suggestion between you guys, and thank you a lot for handling that. It really looks good, and your idea for how it will develop is also very nice. So.
Just share correctly. Wait, I will just check the link with you. Where is Niklas here? Share it like this. I just DM you the link.
Tom, about the plans for advertising Pirl, I think that someone else is already doing this for us with the recent attacks on all chains. So basically, it's not a product that brings a specific value to us directly. It's something that we provide open source and free for anyone who would like to use it. So I think we would focus more on advertising our actual products, like the Pirl Cloud coming and Pirl Tube and the next in line with these products. But Pirl Guard is something that George and Julian and the team wanted to share with everyone. So we make blockchain. Even if you make it just a bit more secure, this is better for adoption of the technology and so on, because it's been going bad, and you see big chains like Ethereum Classic have been hit by these attacks, and they don't really want to do or implement anything like this, so they don't take any responsibility, and there is a huge risk for anyone storing some value on a chain that is not protected.
By the way, there is fun fact around Ethereum Classics. Seems the attacker refunded $100,000 to the exchange.
About Ethereum Classic?
Yeah, he 51 the attack. He 51 the exchange and give money back to the exchange after that. A bit, not. In fact, he gave back 51% of the money.
There's probably a reason for that, though. It could be a lawsuit, depending on who it is.
I will not
I
speculate.
love the logo on the bottom. Nick was really great job, man. So if you want to tell us with one line what is this and what was the original suggestion for the guys that are not aware, you can just write it in one line. It's your thing, so you can present it.
Yeah, that's true, Tom.
Okay, so this is a dynamic version of the monetary policy based on a live data, and it's completely stored on Pirl Cloud. Thanks, Niklas. That's great, man. Okay, guys. So from the last meeting, generally you're aware of what we are starting the year with, and we have been answering most of your questions. Do you have anything to ask?
So to make a little recap, waiting the question, we actually upgrade the notes to the new version to fix the few bugs and so on. So after that, we can start again and start again over it and implement new stuff for us, more security and so on. We will also enable more IPFS for Marlin functionality. We will integrate the website deployer, so you will be able to upload a website and just click and deploy. And at the same time will come the masternode upgrade with all the load balancing and so on functionality. So we will serve all the content through our masternode because we still on tests. We fix a lot of bugs. Now we need a big scale test. So that's come for this month. Numna, to reply to the question, it will be a good trip. Unfortunately, they lost my baggage on Dubai because we make a stop there for 2 hours, and yeah, we wait for it. But no, it's okay. I have it. I will normally get a reply from the state because I think it's what you want to know around the 18th of January because we are in commission there at that moment. So it's the 18th or the Monday of the next week. I got a meeting with the states and they got a few questions. I explained it's to them the profit for them to approve Pirl and so on, how Pirl is working, but it's always difficult because you are speaking to politician people, and you have in few hours to explain them the whole concept of blockchain and so on. But they looks like they like the IG, so let's see.
Yes, Nikos, this is exactly the difference between normal hosting and actual website hosting. So what Julian mentioned is the IPNS. So when you are storing a web application or a website, if you see now, you are just an IPFS hash. So this is not the right website hosting, but you can use it for testing and so on. When you have the functionality for deploying a website, then you get the slash IPNS and therefore have the actual website hosting.
Still IPNS redirect to the IPFS, but it will be really simplified. So you will basically upload a zip file with all your data. It will be deployed, and it return you the hash of the root of the folders that you can use to redirect to your website. IPNS is cool. I like it, but there is few drawbacks, so it needs some improvements. PorkG, what we need to achieve. As always, we will still working. We will still improve the security, because now at the teams, it's the new way to earn free money. It's the 51 way. In the past, I was knowing 51, but 51 was past this. It was good. Now 51 is really bad. And they try not only 51. There is a lot of stuff on security side to solve. We will enforce that. We will develop around that. We will also normally enable the easy to entry like we plan. And when we have Pirl Pay, easy entry, and security set on, that will be a good year. And for now, it's like we always work it like that. We have plan, but sometimes your plan can be fucked. So
dynamic prioritizing.
You have to work with that.
Yeah, we have been doing that for a long time, but generally follow the plan, but always be flexible enough to cover the fields that are urgent and so on. And you guys have been seeing that a lot lately. But I think if we manage to keep being flexible and good with development during this year, we really have a setup to go really far, and the infrastructure and security and so on.
Yeah, I also want to mention something. For people that want to contribute to the code and so on, you still be more than welcome to do it on our GitLab. I say that really openly. Because, for example, Pirl guards, if you want to contribute something or do something, you are free to do it. It's open source. More we have, better it is. Yeah. Same for the docs. If you want to contribute to the docs, do it, please.
I think that Arab that only EGEM have it for a while now, and they're really happy about it. So I see them mentioning it all around media as well. We are getting also some interest from penetration testing guys and so on. And I think it's really going good. Even today there was some penetration attempts, and we have been monitoring that, and it just gets nowhere. The guy that joined us earlier today in Discord, and maybe you saw his comments on Twitter, he was trying to check
Yeah.
a possible vulnerability through a Sibyl attack. So Sibyl attack is something like a network will introduce new pairs that are more than the straight chain pairs, and these new pairs will make the new vouching nodes. No, it's a Sibyl. He's usually correct, but he didn't state the fact that we have 900 nodes on Pirl. So this would go for a network that don't have master node network. But in this case, if this is really a fault, it should mean that someone have to start for instance, 901 nodes to be able to make the Sibyl attack that will actually delay the Pirl guard. So it's still something that it's unrealistic, and this is how far he went with his penetration testing.
Yeah,
Okay.
penetration testing on security.
MK, I'll write it if you don't understand me. Sorry, but my nose is my nose is blocked, and I may sound silly, but
Sibyl. I just write it. Anyway, yeah, people are now searching every vector of attack. I think it's the new way to make money on the beer market. At least it's how I feel it.
And the easiest way would be to buy the majority of the nodes. And if you bought every Pirl on Cryptopia right now, you would only have 100 content nodes or 50 master nodes, which is not near enough, and it would cost you $316 billion.
So yeah, basically this was his concern. His concern was that Sibyl attack would probably unguard Pirl guard, but he didn't take in account our master node network, which provides plenty of nodes. Also, something that I see you guys mention is about the website. If you have any suggestions about something that you would like to see on the website, please use the suggestion channel, because we will be working a bit on it, and there will be some updates. So if you have any suggestions, please feel free.
Yeah, we will put that on the suggestion side. We will do a page for Pilgard, of course. I just want you to shoot up thanks to Egem, for example, that clearly showed use Pilgard on their website. We do it also integrates coin that use Pilgard on our docs. I think GP, you made it.
Expanse are also interested in integrating Pirl guard. They even added us on their partnership page. So I think this is one of their next priorities. We are still waiting to hear from them, but they usually say that they want to implement this protection, and had a few priorities to clear out because they have a few releases.
Musicoin has integrated Pilgard, that I know. I think AutoCurrent is looking at it.
So it's Musicoin, Egem, Expanse is interested. I think that Ether1 is looking about a solution. They have been under a 51% attack. We have offered them our help, and if they need it, I think they will look into it and test the solution. And this makes 4 projects, I think.
Yeah, that we are aware.
I think that the really interesting next step for Pirl Guard will be like someone from other hashing algorithm take it and make it into something for another algo.
Blinky.
Just
You mean 2 more coin will come or whatever? 2 coin not attacked yet.
just saying that for people, coin operators to implement this after an attack, it's really in hindsight dangerous and shows poor judgment on their side that they're not looking proactively to fix it when there's a solution out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what happened earlier today, I'm not sure you guys read, George wrote it, I also mentioned it, but we have been under some kind of an attack. Someone was trying to DDoS the boot nodes and so on, but it got nowhere. It was going for like 2 hours. It was monitored, and we expected we expect more and more penetration tests or actual attacks to be tried on Pirl network. But
hello, guys. Yeah, it's actually that is very it's very nice what he says, because today we saw that someone was like clearly attacking every node on the system. But as this guy also pointed out on Twitter, the Sybil attack only can work if you have like the majority of the node system and attack the rest of them. So it's actually pretty unlikely that this will happen. But it's very good to have something like that coming out in the system, so we can actually evaluate what we have done. Because as with the 51 attack, it had to come to our doorstep to be mitigated. So yeah, whatever comes in our door is like another test to see how the code reacts and make it even better.
so yeah, absolutely, trial by fire. It's a good thing. Yeah, it's not CCH walking attempt. It was they were basically trying to shut down every single node. I think there was a few details missing on their side.
I just got a news speaking about the chain and so on. We already speak because we will have the question. People ask us for algorithm change for ethics and so on. We'll just bring that to the table again. People pushed us for ProcPo. We already say no, we don't want, because if we think about it, they have a company behind it. I don't read the complete article, but I will just post the link here. I think it's a good step, and it's a good step to understand why we don't want to implement that. Evan, just with the title. So we will also work normally during the year to implement our own algorithm. But it's not priority number one for the moment. Priority number one is security of the networks. So we are trying to find every threat, every possible attack vectors for the network and fix that.
Just starting off where he left off with security. It's more of a personal milestone I've reached, but I did pass my Security Plus certification this week. It's pretty cool. I'm excited.
Congratulations, man! Congratulations.
Thank you.
Not that we haven't been expecting that, but really good job.
Thank you, and I'm an open book if anybody has any questions ever. And I'm still learning more. I'm going on for my next one.
So we are very likely to be having a security expert in the team, which is great.
Yeah, we got one.
Yeah, I've got that already too.
Yeah, I have to give you some feedback about the background. With Blinky, Blinky is like, how do you say that last time? The man is say, "Oh, the end of the world is tomorrow." It's a bit like that with Blinky when he tests something. He break everything. He break everything really. No, and it's not like MacGyver. It's more like Ben Laden, you know.
Don't you say I'm hard to impress?
He tried to break everything really. So I think we will got few good background with Minor Island now, Blinky. It's really cool. We are being stronger and stronger during the time. I'm happy. Even now, DP Telecom that's just started as a community manager is becoming a coder. Website side. So you guys has more question, maybe?
Tom, we will be working on the Pirl Cloud, the Poseidon update. Pirl app also is getting an update really soon. Julian?
Yeah, we'll update already soon, and we are between the 3 months we are on the step of moving everything to the Pirl Cloud. So that means we'll drop all the servers that we have, for example, the website, the docs website, and we will start to move more and more and more to the decentralized infrastructure that we build. We are starting few tests with eGem team. I offered them storage to test break and see how it's going on. So we have more to tell later. So yeah,
there is plenty ongoing to be finished, plenty ongoing to be starting, and on marketing side, I think that we have been doing well internally as a team. Bringing up content, and the development team always giving us something new and interesting to share with you guys. And this is great. The marketing for the new year is also something exciting. It will, for now, be mainly the team, as it have been the last quarter of 2018. But the interesting thing here is that we will be focusing on products, and each product will have its own market, and we will really start with the marketing of each product to be marketed on its own, like separate service and so on. So we can touch more areas, business services, and so on.
Yeah, Tom, we'll do it now. Tom is buying 20,000 Pirl for 100 ETH, so feel free to sell to him. Yeah.
Tom, we know that markets are crazy, but you want to use a currency that haven't met a single roadmap target in the last 2 years, and you want to use 3 of it to buy 20,000 of a currency that have been developing hardcore for the entire year. So I think you need blocks time machine sooner or later. It was just a joke, but it has some facts in it.
I think they do something. They make some dance.
Oh, it's Constantinople, but Constantinople was really
No.
moved a few times in it.
I'm speaking about a meeting they have where they dance.
Ah, yeah. The dance meeting is nice, yeah.
I think some learn to dance. Okay, so we make the... Oh, new question.
Pirl Qualities really early alpha. It was just as a Christmas gift to you guys. So please report any crashing that you see. It's literally written very, very shortly. So this is early alpha access for you.
Yeah, and Pirl Cloud need more integration. Also, we will develop the code. Just for a little word, you have to know that Pirl Cloud is developed from scratch. For example, the load balancer and so on isn't code from elsewhere. So it's not a copy paste or whatever. It's just a blank file that we started with. So we will have more bugs, I think. It's why we don't market it too much yet, and we offer free storage to test it, because we want really that it break and to know what's happened, so we can fix that and make really good software for production. It will break. Maybe not today, but tomorrow, and we're still in testing period, and it's what we want, that it break.
And anybody that has time, please get on there and test it. Me and Master Dubs over winter break, we were testing large files, and we had success with some large files. I know not everybody has a large file cap, but it went very well, and we were able to upload multiple gigs and download them, and the files were in good shape. It was pretty cool, and I think it's gonna have some good uses coming up. But yeah, it's still in beta. There's still a few glitches, of course, or it's still in alpha, but it's in good shape.
Yeah, let me add on to that really quick. If you were here for the last meeting, not this one, but the one last year, we were going to give everybody on that meeting 1 gig of storage space to play around with. I just went through the list, and of the 50 or so people, only 5 people actually have accounts that I can see. And the problem is that the accounts are not there until you try to upload something. So if you were on there, please go into Poseidon, try to upload a little tiny file so your name will show up, and then PM me so I can add that capacity for you to play with.
Yep, you guys should understand that this is something really interesting for you and to use, because this is
helping the community.
This is actually a 1 gigabyte of decentralized content balanced, load balanced content storage that you can use for basically anything to share immutable data and to store immutable data. And this is something that usually you'll be having to pay on a monthly basis or whatever, and you guys have it granted. So take the chance and use it. We will appreciate any feedback you have.
Yeah, Blinky, maybe put some words about the free starting account that you get free storage. Blinky? Fat?
Yeah.
The little fat is asking the little fat.
Am I not talking?
Yeah, we don't heard you. About I was just mentioning the free account that we have some free storage when sign up on Poseidon.
Yeah, I mean everybody's getting 100 megs. I believe it is 100 megs right now for free,
Yep.
and we'd really like everybody to understand too that we're a really small team, and we can try to test, but when you start dealing with things that are going to be widespread, there's not enough test cases for us to make by ourselves. We really appreciate anybody who's invested into this coin already. Just spend a few minutes and try to upload something to help us with more upload scenarios, because we only have so much porn on our computers we can upload, you know?
Yeah, we already tested with Alan. Alan tested 1 gigs upload through Poseidon, we have to say, and I tested I think 4 or 5 gigs. I was quicker than Alan, by the way. I was uploading with 1 gigabit uplinks, and it doesn't fail. It was really good. I think it take like 20 minutes to upload.
And we were doing it at the same time too, so it was pretty cool.
Oh, when the world balancer came full in force and all these 910 points are in, I think that it won't really matter how many people do it in the same time.
And to add on to what Fat was saying about testing, yeah, like if we as a small team, we can't test every country on every different type of computer on every different kind of operating system, and that's the kind of testing you really need. You need to be tested different hardware, different computers, firewalls, countries, all kinds of stuff, and there's only a handful of us, so the community can help a lot by testing it out.
GDD, I'm just come back. I just have a word to say about the ledgers. I will go next week to send you, because I don't get the time this week. I just got back, so don't worry, I don't forget.
Yeah, Nicholas got it. Okay, guys, any more questions?
Looks good.
Or suggestions, because we have some time.
Yeah, don't forget to put suggestion in the suggestion channels. We are thinking about implementing also a bug fix or kind of on the main website, so people can put suggestion from there. But if you have more, yeah, okay, just upload anything, picture review or whatever.
When we talk about testing, we should say that the PirlTube testing was really nice, and we want to thank everyone. There was, I think, close to 50 suggestions and bug reports, and everything have been cleared out. So soon we will put in the updated version for you guys to try, and it has all these 40-something bugs and suggestions done.
Alub, if your account is not enabled for the 1 gig, I don't know if Blinky do it already, and I don't think so. It will fail. Yeah, okay, good point, Blinky, you say it. Nimna, for the moment you can't. That functionality is not implemented because we have to flush all the nodes. We will give some kind of delay for IPFS, but you have to know that IPFS is immutable. So you always have a risk that your file is there. Like Google.
For a certain time, yeah, until it unpopulates from the network.
Yeah, and it's like Google's. You ask for anonymity. They say, okay, we will delete it, but they cannot guarantee they deleted everything. So with the time it will flash. When people need more space on the server, the time will flash. So that's the point. Yeah, good way, folks, to stop the upload.
Alt plus F4 also works.
Yeah, otherwise. I think Niklas has some experience uploading files. Numna too, because Numna uploaded a lot of content for the docs. I think you uploaded all the files. You know what? If you want to speak and give feedback of your experience about the upload and the usage, because I don't know if you have a masternode or no, but mainly on Pirl Cloud, feel free to unmute your microphone and tell us what you think. Oh shit. Oops. Sorry.
Oh, my virgin ears. Don't think about that too much.
What did you say? Your virgin ears? You and virgin ears?
Very, very virgin. Not a virgin mouth. No, wait, that's getting worse.
Yeah.
Also for Poseidon, guys, don't forget to test it. We have been testing it, but it's also a beta. And if you have any suggestions or any bugs that you find there, feel free to use the Poseidon channel and let us know.
Also, just so you guys know, there's going to be relatively shortly from now, there's going to be an update on all the master nodes to help prevent some of the SSH attack logs. So it'll look a little cleaner for you guys.
Yep, soon we will, when we update Poseidon, we have some fix in place for that.
Can we have anything to do with that area that they dropped? Because it's this is something interesting, mate, but we haven't been looking into that. If you have an article or something, feel free to share it. We was quite busy. This was our first week back after the holidays, so there is a lot of things going on. But it's certainly that the new year came with few very interesting ideas that you guys will learn more when we have something to show.
No. Enjoy to find the house.
I know that he's brewing beer, so this is just an extra motivation for you guys to find it. And some apple cider as well, I think. Ah. Are you guys the same person?
Ayumi. About your question, CryptoMates, soon we will improve also the peer-to-peer networks with some upgrades. So step by step, we are moving away from the code base from Ethereum also, and we are thinking when we got bigger to create our own code base, and Coinbase too, in fact. But we'll try to implement some more security and anonymity on the network.
Yes, and it's something interesting because you see that we try to cover a lot. Now the Pirl network holds really a unique infrastructure with its capacities of bandwidth and RAM and cores and so on. It really have a lot to do, but also on blockchain side, there will be some scaling needed just to improve the overall infrastructure.
Yeah, and we started also to upgrade the nodes, and we just realized that yeah, we take bug fix from Ethereum and so on, but that's take time because we have changed a lot of things in the code too. So we have to merge both.
And there haven't been much movement there lately. I mean, it's mostly talks.
Oh, in fact, I don't have any ID. I don't have one ID. I have a ton of ID. So that's a problem. And if I share here, the team will just kill me in the background. So I want to stay alive a bit more.
Just to frame it, it will be a year for more use cases, a year for security, and a year for the infrastructure, because really the infrastructure is what set us apart from everyone out there. The security as well, but really the infrastructure is our really big step ahead of the others, and it's what will allow us to bring all these use cases and products that we have in mind. Because you see, everyone is talking about decentralized applications, yet there are really very few decentralized applications that are really decentralized the way that they're decentralized on Pirl network.
Yeah, one of them is Pirl too, huh?
Yep. PirlTube was something really important for us, not only for its use, immutability, decentralization, and censorship, but it was something to prove our concept and to prove our infrastructure worthy of what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, George, I see you are online now. I just explained it quickly that we will upgrade our P2P network. Don't know if you got it or not. And mute your microphone. Oh, okay.
Sorry, I had some connection problems. What about peer-to-peer?
Yeah, I say that we will upgrade our networks because people are asked that what's the plan, what we will do, and so on. So we will upgrade the network for peer-to-peer, make something more reliable and more anonymous, a bit more.
Yeah, that's one thing. As most of people know, as soon as a node connects to the network, he knows the whole network topology. So eventually, he knows all the network peers. Well, the problem there is that not only any transaction can be correlated to an IP address or a server or whatever, and that, of course, it's a security issue because some people might have a lot of funds and they want to be related with an address. And the other thing, the problem is that as soon as you have the whole map of the network, it can be also really much easier to plan or
to plan something on it.
To construct another attack vector. Peer-to-peer as it is right now, it's really good, it's really stable, but it has this particular vulnerability inside quotes, not vulnerability, I would say, but it doesn't work on the needs that we want for this project, where we want to take it. Of course, this is, as Julian said, is not #1 priority, but it's gonna come in the near future, 100%.
Yeah, this is another serious blockchain challenge, and we have to be picking this one by one when it's the right time, and always the right time is better earlier than later. So
yeah, in fact, our every day is a challenge. So you see now, we all have a ton of ID. The problem now is to choose the ID.
absolutely.
Just to clarify that, Alob, this particular case on the peer-to-peer protocol, it's not about it's not so much about security because, as you understood today, we had a really big attack of DDoS. Like the network can handle, except if someone does have so much master nodes and attack the whole rest of the network. The thing is that maybe, let's say, we have a case where you want to spend Pirl or you want to stack Pirl and you want to do it without anybody noticing or without anybody correlating the IP address that you're using with the address in Pirl network and the amount. It's something like a safety net, so people can find it more attracting to have so we can attack other nodes, networks with our nodes. Yeah, that was about the peer-to-peer. Don't take it as a security that much, rather than as a commodity. It's going to make your lives easier and much more secure.
I think maybe we have a case that we could be attacked because now the wife of Jeff Bezos just own half of Amazon, so maybe they have enough resources. Time will say. Yet.
She only got half the servers.
All right. Well, it sounds like it's getting pretty quiet. I think might be time to wrap it up. At least for me, I gotta go.
Any information on Pirl app for mobile? Tom, first, I think that there is a few things more to do on Pirl app for desktop in terms of Pirl app as such. Pirl app is pretty ahead, and you'll see the new version soon. But I think as soon as we move with the official release, the official version of Pirl app and Pirl Tube for desktop, the first thing that comes after that would be the mobile version.
Maybe I think by the time you Pirl app for mobile will be released before your OTC was accepted.
Yeah, it's quite possible. It's quite
joking.
possible. It's quite possible, but also you should know something that we have been mentioning before. Usually, Pirl app is written in a framework that really allows compiling of mobile version pretty much directly. So we won't be having to completely rewrite the application for mobile. We'll be basically using this framework to pull it off. It will still need some customization, of course, but it's not like writing entirely new application for mobile. And knowing this fact, it's probably a 6 months difference in expectations. So,
Alob, yeah, you can do it. The stuff that Niklas has made is JavaScript. PillTube is JavaScript, and it's working in Pill Cloud. So it's already proved that you can do it. Now we do it on our side by CLI and so on. You will be able to do it with Poseidon. What I want to say is you upload a zip file, we deploy it for you. That will be the first case how it will work.
So basically, right now you can really easily host a decentralized application, smart contracts in the background, JavaScript in the front end, upload it on the Pirl cloud infrastructure, and you can pretty easily host the most decentralized application on the blockchain network.
Limitation is you cannot make server-side stuff. It's only client-side. That's mainly that limitation. But still, for server-side stuff, you have the ability to use smart contract.
The thing is that it would be a decentralized application, so you will need smart contracts in the backend and not server. Not to mention there is things like service workers and so on that can basically make, if you need some rendering or processing of the data, you can basically make the client render that on their side without using a backend. Okay, guys. So thank you very much for the meeting. Thank you all for coming. You can think of some questions for the next meeting. I think we've given you pretty much insights. So thank you for joining us, and see you next week.
Yep, I think we are all good. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for your support once again. Let's get this new year awesome. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Pirl Land. If you need your quota updated, PM me.
Have a good weekend, everybody.